Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Blaze and welcome back to Skybees. In the last episode, we were working on getting a little bit of automation with our centrifuge and not having to manually centrifuge all of the honeycombs. Plus, we were working on getting a little bit more stuff done around the base, getting some more bees. We have these like temporary bee hotels, and I've decided, meh, we're not going to use them. We're okay. The rabbit is okay. Yeah. So because we're in the desert, by the way, this grassy area has spawned in a ton of rabbits, and they do like to just jump off the edge sometimes. Not a big deal. In fact, actually, I need some stuff from rabbits. So you know what? We're gonna do the horrible thing. And murder a few of them, because if we can get, you know what, we don't need to. I just murdered them for nothing. Oh well, we can cook up the food, so it's not going to waste. But yeah, we need leather today. So I've been working off camera. One, I've expanded 2 more platforms. And I'm starting to notice that I was inconsistent building them. So things might not be perfectly symmetrical, but they're relatively, hexagonal. We'll iron out any kinks later. I'll kind of make sure that everything is how it should be. I'm using an online program that showed me how to make hexagons with blocks like this. And it's not actually symmetrical, so I'm making it symmetrical so that everything works a little bit better. But sometimes I need to kind of make sure they're all facing the same direction, because the tops and bottoms are slightly different sometimes. But yeah, it's just a huge mess. But anyway, so I've been working off camera fairly hard to get a bunch of iron and sifting and all that kind of stuff. So one of the first things we're going to do today is we're going to take this iron mesh and we're going to upgrade it. But not to just diamond. We're going to also upgrade it to emerald. So from the diamond mesh, the next one it wants us to make is the emerald, and then netherite. But netherite is actually from diamond, which is kind of strange. But we're just going to go ahead and turn this one into emerald. Emerald and netherite, as far as I can tell, are exactly the same. So that's cool. But yeah, we need to make some diamond, some higher tier meshes, so that we can, one, I have a ton of ores, but the main reason we want to do that is so that we can start sifting higher tier stuff. So for example, let's just look at all of these things. Let's go to the emeralds. With the emerald mesh, we can start getting a little bit more chance of diamonds from gravel, which is really nice, but not much more chance of an iron. More like opportunities for iron, but not really much more of a chance. But the better thing is, one, we can start getting gas tiers. I don't know if were able to do that before, but we're able to get, where is it? It's sand. 50% chance for an iron ore piece from sand. That is really good. And we can also start getting like charged quartz and stuff like that from skystone, which we can make, but we don't really have much use for that right now. So eventually these are all going to probably be emerald and or netherite. And for the record, sifting still connects everything, so that is unfortunate. But yeah, that is the first thing I want to do. That is getting rid of a couple of quests. We only have one more quest in here, and that is the netherite mesh. But what I want to focus on today is bee automation. We're going to automate our bees and automate more than just those bees. So first things first, we should probably try to start looking towards getting silk touch. Silk touch would be really nice to have. That is going to require some obsidian, and we just so happen to have some lava. And we need 4. And that'll work. Cool. So 4 obsidian, and then we just need a book. Now, the book is the hardest part because I don't think we have any sugarcane. So we're going to have to make some sugarcane, but luckily we do have the seeds. So we're going to start growing up some sugarcane while we do other things. And yeah. So, by the way, to explain what I mean, if you look at this area, we have, with the hexagons not being exactly the same. So if we look at this one, there is 1, 1, 1, 2. If we go over to this one, we have 1, 1, 2. And so what's happening is this is the 1, 1, 1. No, that's 1, 1, 2. So I've messed up this structure, but like 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. So for whatever reason, this one is messed up. 1, 1, 1, 2. And it might be because of, well, it is because of this. But I didn't do it the same way over here. And, you know, the question I should look at is 1, 1, 1, 2. It's the same over there. Okay, so yeah, I have 2 different shapes, basically, for these hexagons. And making them fit together is kind of a pain. I have some, like, rules, which kind of help, but it's an absolute pain. Anyways, we're going to make an enchanting table today. The other thing that I'd like to do, we don't actually have enough diamonds for, do we? Let me look over here. Do we have we have 1 diamond. Alright. And do we have any iron already made, or do we have to smelt up the iron I have? We have exactly enough. And some gold. Okay, so we're going to try. We cannot make mana steel or mana diamonds, so we're going to need more stuff. I do have a bunch of coal, so we can make more mana. So basically what I'm trying to do is I want to get enchanting so that we can potentially get silk touch. Please absorb that. Thank you. And that will power that for a little bit. The other thing we're going to do is try to start getting automation. And a little bit of the automation, we're going to need some stone and some gold. And wood. We always need wood for this kind of stuff. But we need to make a gold pick. Kind of weird. Because we're going to make these player filters. So player filters are really kind of neat. So it's 4 sticks each. And there you go, 4 of those. And that will get us 4 player filters. Now these are really kind of neat. So let's see if we can... Is there a rabbit in here? There is. We can put 2 player filters right there. Now what's neat is we can walk through them. They're really creepy inside, but we can walk through them. The rabbit can't. So to kind of prove this even more, the rabbit stands on it. We can't stand on this. If we shift click them, shift click them, it reverses it. So that is what's important about these. It's a pickaxe it requires, and we can't get them back. All right, cool. So these are airlocks, as I've been calling them. These are going to replace the doors for our bees. This is going to allow us to get into the bees and separate them and not have any problems. I don't know why it's so dark going through them, but it is. So these are going to be super duper important moving forward. Now, the next thing we need to do, we need to go ahead and get some leather, which we can cook up really easily. And Just use sticks. What else are we going to want? We're going to want to start working towards getting a lot of bees and a lot of bee products. Specifically iron bees. Iron bees would be so nice to have so that we can get a huge supply of iron so that we can start making a ton of bee boxes and start working towards like power and that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things we need. And so what we're going to do is we have this guy. This guy is useless. We don't want to have a storage drawer. We want to have a chest. Unless we get a drawer controller, which actually, you know what? No, we don't need that right now. Maybe at some point we'll look towards that, but right now we're not gonna have enough bees to warrant anything like that. We're gonna just put a chest underneath this. I'm not even using the honey at this point. So what we need to do is we need to capture the bees without causing them all to get angry. And I think what we need to do is wait for night. I hope I'm right about this, because if we break a bee nest and the bees get angry, I don't know how long it takes if they'll ever stop being angry at me. And like, these bees are fine, whatever. They're the dust bees, I do believe. I took the other bees out, but yeah, we need to start collecting all the beehives so that we can start building a better system. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and I believe put it in here. We have some stone brick. We're gonna try to make something that's a little bit nicer. And I might put 2 bees in each one of these like little compartments. Yeah, so we're just gonna do this right over here. And let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Let's see, 1, 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's go grab some dirt. And that will help this a little bit. We're going to make something very similar to this. It might even be exactly it. But we need to make a few more. And I want to make them so that they're a little bit more... Actually, we can... What's neat about this thing is we can change its like range. It's currently at 11 by 11. So it will pick up anything in 11 by 11 range. So hopefully that'll be good enough. So we want to have 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, door, 1, 2, 3, door. So that would be 3 sets of bees. And we could actually do this like so. 2, 3, door, door, 1, 2, 3, door. Actually, let's move this back one more. But that's the basic gist. And we don't need to have too much space. We don't need to go too vertically for this. Because we're going to just do something like this. And then this is where the hive will be. We'll put the flower here. We can put lights as needed. By the way, I've noticed there is 2 torch placements. You can place them higher or lower. I don't know what's doing that, but it's kind of weird. But we just do something like this. And this is going to be, again, a temporary setup. Eventually, once we have a bunch of bees, and specifically the apiaries, then we'll start working on, like, we'll have things a little bit nicer. But we just kind of want to have something like this. And, you know, we honestly need to have this one bigger, so that we can have glass here So, you know what? Instead of moving that one, let's move these. And it'll be a little bit simpler. We're still going to use this system, so we're going to need a lot of redstone, but that's fine. Let's just get a bunch of things. So, we need a ton more stone. Smelt it up. And I have a little bit, but not much. So let's get like 2 stacks. Grab a little bit more iron. I do wonder, can we make what I want to in here yet? Yes, we can. So there is 2 mana steel. Can we get a mana diamond? We can. Cool. Reason we're doing this is so that we can make... I really need to fix the base. Eventually this is going to be a home, and I want to try something out. This is something I don't know if it'll work. I've heard that it works. We have some ancient spores. I've heard that you can use this on the bedrock to turn it into mycelium. No. Okay. I'll figure out a way if we want to get rid of the bedrock. But otherwise it's going to be kind of the centerpiece of our house. We're going to have a house basically right here on this hexagon. Will be our main base. All of our storage and all that kind of fun stuff. But okay. So we have some stone. We can make one thing I want, which is a mana pylon. This is something that's pretty advanced in terms of Botania. But, oh, I guess we could have done it at any time. Okay. So the mana pylon is just a thing. What is this? The fabulous mana pool. With shimmer rock or bifrost blocks. And so with bifrost blocks. Okay. That is something we will not have for a very long time. And I'm not entirely sure why you want the fabulous mana pool. I've never really looked into that. Anyways, the mana pylon is going to be important once we make the enchanting table, which we're going to put for now over here. This will actually act like a bookshelf, in a sense. The enchanting system of this mod pack is different than vanilla because it's from a mod called Apotheosis. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But this mod does a lot of different changes and allows for some pretty intense enchantments. So we're just waiting around for a book. Yeah, so it can exceed 30 levels, and some enchantments might only appear after level 30. So we need paper, which means sawdust, or which I don't think we can get. Immersive engineering, or yeah, mechanism. Yeah, so it's all mechanisms. So we just need to get some sugarcane, which we just gotta wait for that to grow. Okay. So I will tell you guys what. I'm going to step away for a moment. I'm really worried about breaking all of these hives. Because I don't want the bees to get angry. I know there's 2 bees in this one. Yeah, so we'll probably just grab those out. And I don't think bees get angry if they are inside. We can test that out, but I also don't want the bees to be eternally angry at me. And we only have 1 more dust bee. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the bees in there. I will do that actually right now. And then we should be able to harvest that without any issues. Otherwise, we can let's grab those bees as well. We're just going to grab all the bees. And call it a day. There are no bees in there. And because if the bees are basically locked away in the bee box, they're not going to get angry or anything. And that one just went back inside. So we just got to wait for him to come out. So I'll tell you guys what. I'm going to, I'm going to harvest this. It'll be the first time we've harvested a resourceful bee. I might do that on camera, but I'm going to just basically pick up all the bees, and I might also sift for a little bit of redstone. Redstone, we can get that from sifting. How good of a chance is it from emerald? It's a really good chance, 25%, versus the iron mesh is 12. Okay, we can grab both of those, and that's empty. I have some shears on me, so let's go ahead and we have dust honeycombs. That is also a quest in the bees, somewhere. I have no idea how these are arranged, but I think we need 64. No? Oh, right there it is. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically get, I'm going to deconstruct this area, this thing. I'm going to construct this guy how I want it to be. And we're going to just basically start working on getting a bunch of automation. We'll have up to six hives. Now, there is a couple bees that don't really matter right now. For example, they're not in there. The sieve bees are kind of useless. They don't actually produce anything, but they're needed for breeding. So we're going to still use that area for breeding bees. I might put just a normal beehive in there so that the bees don't despawn or anything. But we'll have different areas for different bees, and we'll just start setting up some low-tech bee automation. So I'm going to do some building, and yeah, we'll be back once that is all done, and hopefully our sugarcane will have grown by then. So I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so a little bit of time later, and I have most of the stuff together. So I don't have everything ready, but as you can see, that is built. I'll tear that down later. It's going to be a pain because I can't just vein mine it, or utilimine, whatever. It's the same difference. I just can't do that to that because, well, everything else is cobblestone around it. But I've built up everything. We have all the dispensers. We have all of the player filters. We have the item collector here, which should pick up everything so long as it doesn't show up on the other side. If it does, we're in trouble. But I have some chests here, which we'll get to later. And yeah, stairs, you can come in on both sides, but you can only get into the bees from this side because it's kind of the primary side. And everything is ready. All we need to do is put all of the comparators, the redstone, all the redstone components. But first, I'm running out of food, so we're gonna start just kind of doing some farming. I've brought some stuff in here. I don't like that there. Can we put that like here? Perfect. Let's get a bunch of the potatoes, and we're gonna just do some patchy like farm. And this is kind of the intended way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 3, 4. Those will reach, these will not. So let's break these dirts and put them back. So we're just gonna grow some potatoes for right now. Nothing too major. We're gonna keep the can I get like a couple potatoes? I guess I can. Cool. So there's 16. We can cook up some more potatoes, no problem. And yeah, that'll be fine for food for now. We'll worry about things later as we go. But we have everything we need for the enchanting table, so we can get that going. But first, I want to get the bees back in place. So everything over there is ready. I put we have 7 beehives currently. Bee nests, beehives, whatever they're called. We're going to keep this as a door like that for now, just because I don't feel like making more of the player filters. But yeah, beehives. This one we're going to use for breeding. And so one thing I want to do, so first of all, we're going to make the 5 redstone comparators, and the 20 redstone repeaters we need. And then I want to make a couple more of these guys. Let's make 4 more so we have 5 in total. I guess that'll be fine. I can always get more glass and sand and all that kind of stuff. We're also going to want 5, 6, some shears. We're going to make flint shears because I believe these will work just fine. And if I F3H, advanced tooltips, I don't know how much damage these can take. Durability. Is there something we can shear? I'm trying to think if there's anything we can shear. Nope, that didn't work. Can I use it to... Nope. What are things you can shear? Trees. Let's grab a sapling. Let's get a single leaf block. Oh my gosh. Come on. There we go. Just so there's a little bit of durability. Okay, so they have 64 uses. That's not great, but that's not bad either. But it's a lot cheaper than iron. Maybe eventually we'll replace them with iron. But for now, we can just go ahead and go with flint. So that is what's going to be in all of the dispensers to be used. We're also going to throw that in there, potato in there. We have some more food. Perfect. I need to spend some time between episodes getting a little bit of stuff together so that we can get some more torches and that kind of stuff. But anyways, what we'll do is we'll just come around, and each of these unfortunately has a hole at the base so that we can put the shears in, but they should all work just fine, and it's just going to be a matter of setting things back up the way we had it. Nothing too major there, but one thing to note is I don't have enough redstone, so I think for right now we're just going to do the 3 on this side. And so 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we need any tick delay? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 4. Alright, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll need 15 more redstone. I just don't have that much dust, and I didn't feel like making it right now, so we don't have that right now. But we can go ahead and get the comparators, and we should be able to go ahead and start getting bees in here. Now, that is where these empty bee jars are going to come in handy. We need to separate the bees a little bit. And so it's going to be easier to do it in there. And that's what the chests are actually for. We're going to start storing extra bees. So if we look at the... Whoa. Oh, because I have that on. F3H. We don't need the advanced tooltips for the bees. There's way too much information. So we have 4 normal bees and 3 dust bees. What we're going to do is... I'm going to go ahead and release these guys in... No. We're going to release them in the first position. So we're going to have normal bees. And I need to get grass and that kind of stuff in here. But if we put these guys out, we have 1, 2, 3. And all of the other bees went in there. So that is perfect. We have dust bees. We can just go in here. 1 and 2. And hopefully they will go into the hive. And then we have an extra dust bee, which we're going to just place right in here and capture it with the bee box. So this is going to be the extra bees. I want to have 2 of each on this side. So I'll need to grab the 2 of those, and then I need to breed those guys. So we're going to need 2 dust. And then we're also going to want to get some flowers for those. So all of those bees will use the same thing. They all want just normal flowers. We're going to use poppies. And we're going to breed the 2 dust bees. And then we're also going to capture 2 of the normal bees. So that's kind of the plan, is we'll use this as both the breeding and the... whoops, I wanted to come over here and grab the bee box. But as you can see, they can't get through the player filters. Only we can, which is exactly what we want. And there is your flower. I'll get grass in here and make... Oh, uh-oh. Well, that's exactly why we want 2 extra bees. Are those angry? Oh, no. Well, only the 1 is going to die, which is at least a good thing. But we'll see if the other 2 dust bees will stop being angry. But we have extra bees, so that's kind of the idea. We can always make more bees. So let's just, take a break from that for right now. I didn't mean to punch the bee. I'm sorry, bee. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And yeah, so we also have the iron bee, the sand, and sieve. Now the sieve, I can never remember how to pronounce that word. The sieve bee is completely and utterly useless. Because, are you guys still angry? He died finally. I think they're not angry anymore. So let's get in here. They will push me around. Let's have those 2 breed. And then I'm going to take 1 of them. And then we will get 4 bees in each little container. So we're going to put those guys away for right now. Actually, let's go over to the other place. We need to get the... we need to just have some flowers on us. Alright, let's release these guys. And you get captured. Alright, so the bees will at least forgive me if I get far enough away. And they kind of forget about me. I think they have to lose sight of you more than anything. But we'll put you in there. And there is a flower for you guys. Unfortunately, they're going to be eternally stuck on this flower. So hopefully that reset them. And they'll go after other flowers. So that is the biggest problem with these guys. Oh man, I kind of hate that. How it's hard to see. But I will need to get... Once the other bee comes out... let's go ahead and breed the bees. And then things will be better. So basically... Alright, you are sitting there. So we have plenty of bees, and they will eventually start dropping more things. So once they make a baby, we'll grab 1. And now we have 2 of the dust and 2 of the normal bees, which is exactly what we want to see. Extra poppies were going in there. This thing picks up everything around. It is exactly 11 by 11 from this point to this point, and that's the farthest it can go. I think if we make it the advanced item collector, it could be better, but I don't know for sure. So at this point, we just kind of continue doing stuff. But like I was saying, the sieve bee does not produce anything, so we don't really need to put it into one of these little cages with all the redstone. We could just put it into a... I mean, we could put it at the end here. We could make a little cage here. You know what? I might do that, and that will be where the sieve bee is. I'll make another hive, and then I'll just need to make some sort of entrance. I'll probably do something on the side or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, these should work just fine. Now, the last things we're going to do One, I would love to get the iron bee starting to work. So that's what we're going to do. The next one we're going to work on is the iron bee. And so we're going to put these guys out. I'm going to capture the iron bee. And we're going to grab these guys again. And the iron bee is going to go into the last area. Now, the iron bee does need an iron block. That is the only thing that's kind of a problem. If we look at iron bee, so the bee flower is iron blocks. That's what we'll use to make the honeycombs, which is exactly what we want. Because these will give us iron about 50%. No, it will give us an iron ingot for each honeycomb, which is fantastic. That's what I really want it to have. Let's go ahead and make the book and the enchanter. So we need to get an iron block. Nothing too major there, but it is something that we have to do. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's get the blast brick back on. Okay, so the secrets of enchanting. Yes, we'll get to that soon enough. So I'm gonna want to make more bee boxes as we go. That's pretty typical. We have 6 iron, so we just need 3 more iron. And luckily, we know a really easy way to get iron. Just take a bunch of sand. And through the emerald mesh, we should get about half of the time iron ore pieces. And so we need, what, 12 of those? So apologies again for sifting on camera, but this should not take too long. I'm going to do a lot more sifting. I'm going to try to get this to be a 9x9 of emerald. We have a ton of emeralds, 41. And fun fact, I've actually seen the Wandering Trader a couple of times. I tried to trap him, but he despawned. But yeah, so we have plenty of emeralds. The Wandering Trader didn't have any good trades, so if I do find one that has something good, I will probably record a clip of it, but nothing fantastic that I've seen yet. But we have so many emeralds, we're going to use those. We're not going to worry about the netherite stuff for now. And let's go ahead, finish that up. We're getting aquamarine, which we're going to need cocoa beans, prismarine shards, and salt. So we need an iron block so that the bee will actually do its thing and give me more iron. And then what we'll do is kind of, you know, this has to be a little bit farther away. I'm really glad we can break that. Is that not... We put you like there? I don't know. Anyways. Oh, it doesn't do anything until we see anything. All right. So we can get some enchants now. I'm not too concerned about that right now. Because we can just pick up all of the bees. But eventually we're going to want to have some silk touch. That's going to be really nice. And going to help things along. So we're going to make a block of iron for the iron bee. Okay, so apparently Flint Shears don't work. Let's test this to make sure. Yeah, they just disappear. Okay. I have some iron shears. And that is what I'm worried about. Okay. So I'll have to figure out that problem. I have another pair of iron shears, I do believe. And I'll probably throw the rest of the shears into the void because we don't need them. But I'll get some more iron shears. That will not be a problem. And we should be able to start getting honeycombs. So I want to see how the comparator works. What I might need to do is put a solid block here, and kind of fill this area in, but I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, honeycomb should be coming out through here, and we do have a bunch. We're going to get like 5 every time. It's going to be great. And then what we can do is just walk through here, walk through the darkness. We're going to put a block of iron there, and we're going to put the iron bee down. It's a baby bee, but it will start working on that, and everything will be good. So yeah, at this point, I just need to get some more iron to get the shears ready for all of the little slots, and then all the dispensers, and then we should be able to, I don't know why those don't work. They should, but they don't. We should be able to start getting a lot of bee products. I need to figure out what does the advanced item collector look like in terms of, it's another Eye of Ender. Pick up to 7 blocks away. Perfect. So we need an Eye of Ender, which I think we have, and some more obsidian, which we can do. So we're gonna real quick make that, because that'll be 3 obsidian. Eye of Ender, we have an Ender Pearl. That's all we really need. Put that away. All right, cool. So I just need to get some more iron, which I'll do later. But we can go ahead and make more bees. And it might be a good idea to make duplicates of bees that we want. So right now we have dust bees. Dust bees are done, but we do need another sand bee. So if we grab another piece of sand, we can make a second sand bee. We're also going to need another sieve bee. So let's get that. We need a slab. I have 1 left. And then do we have any others that are just sand and sieve? So I guess what we can do is, so if I put in here, if I rip this out and I put another little structure, we can put the sieve bee, because they don't make anything, so we'll give them a flower, but we won't put any automation next to it because it's not needed. And then it's a question of what's the next bee we want. And I think let's go ahead and continue making bees that we can use. So what I really would like to get is, we need to get blast bricks. Blast bricks are going to require slime balls. Slime balls come from slimy bees, and slimy bees are zombies and snow bees. So snowball bees will make slimy bees 100% of the time. They use any flower, and the honeycombs just make snowballs. That's it. That's really boring. We don't need that. The zombies are going to probably be, let's see, zombies will produce what? So one, they require normal flowers. They produce zombie honeycombs, which give us rotten flesh. Useless. I think what we'll do is we'll do a gravel bee, because gravel would be good to have, and that's fine for now. We'll I'll figure something out with the slimes. There is probably another way to get slime. Mana infusion, yeah, probably not. There is, yeah, pink slime. That's not happening. That's a lot harder to make. So Yeah, we can make warp fungus. Okay, mushrooms and witch water. Okay, so we just need to get mushrooms. And we can get mushrooms some way. So maybe going to the nether would be the best way to do that. Also, we could just go to the nether and get the magma blocks, but that's fine. So we'll make a gravel. So let's do that. So we'll make a gravel bee, a sand bee, and a sieve bee. So I'm going to handle those guys kind of off camera. Let's go ahead and upgrade our item collector, and then we'll go ahead and call the episode. If we can get these are gonna take just a little bit more time. Let's see if we can't get a little bit more in terms of iron. So we need 2 more pieces, so it should not be too much work with this. There are so many rabbits in my base. It is ridiculous. So yeah, the kind of plan is I'm going to expand to 1 more little room for the civ bees, just to have them out so I can breed them and all that kind of fun stuff. I'll put them in with one of the other bees in terms of the storage. Alright, cool. I'm not going to use any more than I have to. And we're even going to take the coal out and just use planks because it's cheaper. Alright, so do we have the obsidian yet? I hope we do. But yeah, that'll mean I will have to make another player filter, which means I'll get rid of that airlock. And we will go from there. So this episode has been kind of long. Apologies for that. But once we have this, let's go grab this, and we can actually do it all right here because that's kind of how I set things up. I wanted to have a crafting table, and with the advanced item collector, we can also put filters, but we can do a 13 by 13. Do 15 by 15. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can go right. It'd be 7. It'd be 1, 2, yeah, 7 blocks. We can do. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll work just fine. So I'm going to end the episode off of there. I am going to, like I said, make a little platform here, make a little room here for the sieve bees, and then we will work on getting more bees in here so we can start getting some good quality products. Mostly what we want is dust, gravel, sand, iron, and then redstone. So dust, iron, sand, gravel, and then we'll put a redstone bee there once we get one. I'm going to take some time and get some more bee boxes and start bee breeding. I'll probably do that off camera just because it's going to take some time. And yeah, should be about it. So I'm going to work off camera for a long time getting bees all ready. And next time, we'll hopefully get into some fun stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!